Jennifer here, ready for some yoga with you today. So we're gonna do some stretching, we're gonna work on your hips, and we'll work on some balance as well today. So mat, band, nice easy space, you are ready to go. So lifting up nice and tall, let's go ahead and find that nice posture. When you're seated in any position that's comfortable, try to find a space where you are not hinging forward or really arching that back. We want to work to lift up tall so that your shoulders are over your hips, and we all have a natural inclination just to hinge forward a bit. So wherever you are, let's see if you can't sit up tall. If your hips are tight, you might want to put something underneath those hips. That'll give you just a little bit of lift, and you can work on those hips just a little bit. So in your space with your tall, lifted, long, non-arching spine, let's close your eyes and just find your intention for today. So whether that's strength or balance, or maybe just a little bit of time to yourself to find some quiet time, that is a-okay. So we are tall and breathing deeply. Inhale, expand that chest. Exhale, close it out. Find that long, slow, deep breath. And let's just let it flow through the body. Good, good. Still breathing. Loosen up that head and neck, roll that head around, circular, easy rotations. Both directions. We will bring that head right up to the center. Take your shoulders and let's just lift your shoulders up towards your ears. Good, and then relax, settle them down. This is what we all do when we're tense. So inhale, lift up those shoulders. And exhale, soften them down. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. Let those guys melt down. Neck is lifted, shoulders are easy. Very nice. Give yourself a little rotation to the right, so just a little tiny spinal twist. And then a little one to the other side. And we'll come back to the middle. Easy twist there. Take those hands. We're going to park those hands on that mat right behind you here. Now let's open up that chest. Press your heart center forward and up and lift your chin. Excellent. Take those hips. Push those hips up to the sky. And lower back down. Excellent. Up we go. There's that nice tall lengthened spine. Let's work with that a little bit. So I'm going to rotate over to the right. I've got one hand on either side of my right knee. I'm going to take a nice gigantic step forward, and I've got a little hinge here. So coming forward with a flat back, looking just beyond that knee. Make sure you're not lifting the chin or tucking it to your chest, but it's just a natural extension of that spinal column. So I've got a nice flat back. And if you can take a step forward, go for it. So breathe here, inhale, and then exhale, drop your nose down. So now we have that rounded spine. Lifting up, find that flat back once again. Trying to press those hips down to the floor. Maybe feeling some length down the left side of that back. Flat, flat, flat. Walk it up to the top and come back to the center. So one side feeling a little bit more stretched than the other. Let's go ahead and rotate now to the left, one hand on either side of that knee. Straight spine. Maybe take a step or two forward, and then we've got that flat back. Hips are level, ears are long. You wiggle out as you can. There we are, maybe a little further, flat, flat, flat. Take a breath and round down. Lifting up that head, finding that flat back, just where we were before, ears are long. Come on into the top and back to the center. Nice. Scoop those arms up to the sky, reach, extend, lengthen that body. Bring those hands together, lower down to namaste. Palms are pressing in. Interlace those fingers, and we're just going to press those hands forward. So right on out in front of you. And as you really extend forward, I can feel that through my upper back. Still lift those ears up though. Press, press, release, scoop it on out to the side, drop over, a little airplane. There we are, we're looking up. I'm going to take these left fingers and I'm going to float them down and around behind me. Maybe set that hand on that hip back there, the opposite hip, and take that shoulder and pull it back as you look up. Good, good. Many obliques. Release. Out goes that left arm, nice and long. And to the top. Drop it over, other side. Reach through those fingertips, long and extended. And back goes that hand down to that opposite hip. Pull back that shoulder. And fantastic. Release, long and extended. And up. Beautiful. Up we go. Inhale, reach to the sky. And exhale, down we go. Wiggle out that upper body. Very nice. And let's go ahead and give it another spinal twist. So let's take both those legs. I'm going to bring mine over to the left here. And they're just over here. If it's more comfortable for you to find mermaid, that's perfectly fine. You make it work for you, but we're going to lift up tall and we are going to rotate away from those legs. So go ahead and give it a good curve. Try to look back for those toes there. Give it a good squeeze. We'll come on through the center, give it a counter pose towards the legs, and back to the middle. Nice. We'll just take those legs right on over to the other side. Lift up tall, rotation, spinal twist. And through the center, counter pose. And lovely. To the middle. Bring those legs forward. We're going to lift up nice and straight. As you can, lift your feet up off the mat. We're just going to hang out here today. Maybe close your eyes, check your balance. You can hug those legs in nice and tight, or you can just hang out here, but find your center, and we'll take a few breaths. Lovely. Take those feet, park those fellows on the floor. I'm going to flop my knees open, maybe push my heels forward. We're going to take both hands, see if you can't thread both hands underneath those thighs, or those calves, those lower legs, and take your nose forward. If you can, shake your head side to side. Excellent. Untangle, release, roll and lift up to the top, nice and tall. Draw those knees in. We're going to find our reverse plank. So legs are extended forward, give them a little wiggle. Flex those feet, sit up tall. There's our stick pose. Nice and long, reach and lift those ears. Keep extending. So send your energy out through the heels, crown of the head up to the sky. There we go. And then we'll relax those legs, send those hands back behind you, and press up, reverse plank. Strong through the shoulders, strong through the core, and lowering down. Back we go to that mat. Lift up tall, take those toes, point those guys forward. Reach, reach, and then a little demi-point. And some flexion. Reach out through those heels. Excellent. Out we go, toes point. And a little demi-point. And flexion. Roll those ankles, big slow circles. And the opposite direction. Very nice. Relax. Give it a little wiggle. And then we're going to go ahead and come down onto your mat. So I'm going to scoot forward a bit. Hang on to your thighs maybe. Chin to the chest. Scoop. Take my fan. Make sure it's nearby. And then round and roll to the floor. Down we go. All the way down to that mat. Relax down. And then once you get here, let's flop the knees open. There's a little reclining butterfly. Shake out those hips. There's a little wiggle. And breathe. Soften up the shoulders. You can feel that little arch there underneath your mid-back. Nice and easy. Excellent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Lovely. Draw those knees together. Take that right knee, hug that right knee into your chest, and let's find your Upanasana. So we're going to flex both feet, and there we are, extending out through both heels and using the muscles of the arms to hug that right knee into your body. There's that little hug. How about we engage the core? Curl up those shoulders off that mat, hover that left leg above the floor, and really try to scoop your nose up closer to those toes. Scoop, scoop. Lovely. Down we go. Relax it to the mat. Take that right foot, and we're going to just work and investigate the evenness of your hips. So right foot here is on the floor, right knee is bent, and we're nice and square. You can send your arms out to the side, T position if you'd like. So here we are, and I just want you to notice how your hips are level, your shoulders are level. We're going to take that right leg, and let's just pull that right knee towards your chest like it was before. And we're going to take those right toes, reach them to the other side of that left thigh. And you might not be able to set that right foot on the floor, that's perfectly fine. But you want those right toes, that right heel, up high on the thigh, and you want to not lift that right hip off the floor. So we're just trying to reach that right foot over, keep the body level. And just notice what that sensation feels like inside that right glute. Maybe it's a little high up in that right glute, right? So just nice and level. And then pull that right knee into the body. We're going to grab a hold of that right knee, and then that left hand might reach down towards that left foot. And we're going to see if we can't pull that heel up close to that left hip. So we're just pulling that leg in as you can. If we were seated, we'd be able to do rock the baby here. But we're just pulling that leg in. Good. Breathe, breathe. Reach down, grab that big right toe, and pull up, half of the dead bug pose. Maybe a little inner thigh length there. And excellent. Release. Release that right leg, set it on the mat, and let's go ahead and just reach it out along the floor, wiggle it out a little bit. Easy peasy, right? Left knee, hug it in,
Find your Upanasana, engage those heels. And you can lengthen out that left side of that mid-back before we scoop up to engage the core. Curl it up, nose towards those left toes. And down to that mat. Very nice. Level and square. Left foot on the floor. Everything nice and even. Excellent. No problem at all. Feel how your body is balanced. We want to maintain that sense of balance as we pick up that left foot and reach those left toes, that left foot over to the right side of the body. So pulling that left heel up, high on that right thigh. Still level, still square. It's a very subtle, tiny stretch. Unless you've got some piriformis issues, right? Go ahead and hug that left leg into the body. There we go. And then we grab a hold of that heel. Maybe pull that left heel up closer to that right hip. There's our little reclining rock the baby, but without the rock today. Hug it up. And half of that dead bug pose. Excellent. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Release. Untangle. We're going to go ahead and park both of those feet on that mat, bending those knees. Let's go ahead and duck walk your feet out off the edges of your mat, and we'll just give it a little windshield wiper here. Yeah? So wiggle out those hips as you can. There we are. Beautiful. Back to the center. Duck walk those feet back in. And just go ahead and scoop those arms right on down beside you. We're going to press up into bridge today. And as we come on up to bridge, we're just going to breathe by perhaps lifting your heels off the mat and lowering them. In fact, today, since you're feeling a little fancy, we'll go ahead and inhale the right heel, lower it down, inhale the left heel, and lower it down. So that'll be our nice pattern today. Leave those palms flat on the mat for a little bit of support. Inhale, breathe in here at the bottom. And then exhale, press up, Setu Bandhasana. And once you come on up to the top, you can interlace the fingers or leave them right here, and let's roll through both heels. Inhale to lift, exhale to lower, and then same thing. Hang out in your pose, keep pressing those hips upward, and work through the feet. Nice. Take those hips, press those guys further up to the sky. Inhale, breathe in, and then exhale. Lower that spine right on down to that mat. Release it at the bottom. Hug those knees in towards your chest and scoop up that nose. Scoop everything up and in. Tight little diamond pose. And excellent. Down to the mat for a little wiggle there. We are ready to pick up the sky. So find your strap, find your towel, and right leg, Tammy stretch. So flex that right foot, straighten out that right leg. Let's just breathe here. Very nice. Reach on out, take your strap, your towel just into your left hand, and let's allow that right leg to come on over the center line of the body here. Over we go. And up to the top. Transfer that strap into that right hand, out we go. Right leg out to the side. Another inner thigh lengthener there. Open, open. Breathe and release. Release that right leg. We'll go ahead and wiggle it out a little bit, and then we'll just move on to the other side. So up we go, left leg, hammy stretch. So just give that left leg a little time here to get a little bit longer. Maybe melt just a bit more. Breathe, breathe. And then reach up. Bring that strap into that right hand. Bring that leg across the body. Still keep those shoulders and hips level, just like we talked about earlier. And up and out to the left. Inner thigh stretch. And lovely. Release. Release that left leg. Stretch both legs down and out along your mat and give them both a little shake. Just a little wiggle. And excellent. And let's just extend out that body. So fingers in one direction, toes in the opposite. Make that body longer. Reach, reach, reach. And soften. Good. Wiggle the toes, scoop those arms on around beside you. We are gonna reach down, grab the thigh, and use it to come on up to the top. So once we come on up to the top, let's give it just an easy full forward seated bend. Wiggle out those legs, scoop it up, inhale. And exhale, hinge it forward. Take your time and round yourself up to the top. Up we go. Lovely. So we're gonna extend now. One leg out to the side. I've got my left leg out. There we go. And those bodies are just nice and tall. Let's go ahead and scoop towards that leg, right? Here's our little ear to knee pose. So you drop it over, placing that left hand wherever you like. But let's try to rotate and look up to the sky here. Scoop it on up to the top. Now let's rotate. Rotate in the direction of that left leg. Lift up tall. Remember that straight spine from earlier? So lift up, walk out those fingers, and hinge. Hinge it, flat, flat back. Fingertips, hands, whatever works for you. Everything is long. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, round it down. Flatten it, long spine, and in and up we go. Back to the center. Take those legs, other side, over to the right here, yeah? So scoop it up, reach it over, ear to knee pose.
it up to the top. Here's that rotation towards that leg. Straight spine, flat back, hinge it out as you can. Flat, flat back. Take a breath and then go ahead and round it forward. Up we go. There you are, looking forward. Straight spine. Come on up to the top and then back to the center. Back we go. Beautiful. Bringing both legs forward. Just park those feet on the floor. We're gonna hug your thighs and round over. Drop your nose down towards those knees and let's just feel that nice roundness through your back. Hopefully everything is feeling even. And then we will scoop ourselves up to the top. Excellent. Wiggle on out and flip over, hands and knees. Up we go. So, there you are. Hands or fists underneath those shoulders. And let's just start with a nice round or two of cat and cow. So scoop it up and then go ahead and move through your cat and cow pose as you would like. You can initiate that movement in whatever way feels best to you. Come back to the center. There's our neutral spine position, very nice. Flat, flat back, curve to the right in the puppy. And curve to the left in the puppy. Back to the center. Let's give it a little extra puppy today. So scoop to the right. And then we're just gonna walk those hands around and see if you can't curve a bit further. So that C shape that we've made out of that spine, it's an extra C. A little curvier. Good, come on back to the center. Walk it over to the other side. Extra puppy. Curve it on around. And back we go to the middle. Fantastic. Scoop it up, cat stretch. Flatten it out, neutral spine. Tuck up those toes in the back. Press on up, down dog. And then once you get to your down dog, you can walk it, you can hold it. You make this work for you here. Very nice. Let's make a little change. We're gonna bend both knees, just an inch or two. Fantastic, and then I want you to take your head and push your head towards your toes. So the furthest thing forward on your mat is your fingertips, right? And then comes that head and the shoulders, then your knees, your toes, and your heels. But that head is very close to your toes, relatively speaking. Take a breath. And back we go, down dog. Come forward into your plank. I'm gonna wiggle out my toes there. Holding that plank, tummy in, inhale, breathe in. Exhale, hovering forelimb staff pose. We'll release to the mat, release your toes, scoop it, curl it up, cobra. Very nice. Up, up, up. Send those hands back behind you, flying cobra. Lift those thighs off the floor. There's our reverse boat. So lift up
upper, uppest, and release. Forehead to the mat. Relax your glutes, turn your head to one side. Breathe. And bring your hands here underneath your shoulders. Go ahead and press yourselves up and back and stretch into Balasana. Excellent. Fantastic. Up we go. Back on up to those hands and knees. And we're going to tuck up your toes and lift up into down dog. Let's breathe. Let's breathe by lifting that right leg up to the sky. So inhale, up we go. Exhale, right leg comes down. Same leg. Inhale up. And exhale down. How about one more time? Inhale. And exhale. Good job. Send up that right leg, and then we're going to find that nice pigeon. So bend that right knee, swing that right knee forward between those hands. Release those toes in the back, and just drop down into pigeon. You wiggle around into pigeon however you need to today. If you can, still in your pigeon, bend that left knee, that leg that was extended, bend it up, and you can still drop that nose forward. If you're feeling a little fancier today, maybe you can reach back with that right hand, grab that left foot, and just still drop that nose forward. I'm gonna untangle everything, bring both hands back to that mat, tuck up those left toes, press up to down dog, and there we go. Before we come to the other side, let's up dog it. So forward into plank, knees, toes, derrieres tighten up, lift your nose, lift your chin, up dog. And excellent. Up the hips go, up the toes go, up the knees go, and back to down dog. There we are. Breathing now, left leg, inhale up and exhale down. Take two more. And then we're gonna find that pigeon. So bend that left knee when you're ready. Swing it forward between those hands. Toes release. Drop it down. Nose comes forward. You can still hang out in this position, or maybe now we bend that right knee, reach back with your left hand, and pull that heel close to your glutes. Untangling from whatever position you are in, hands to the mat, toes tuck, up we go, down dog. Give it an excellent down dog. We'll go ahead and walk those feet forward towards your hands. Soften up those knees, take your time, round, scoop, and roll yourself up to the top. Head comes up last. round up those shoulders as you breathe. Inhale up. Exhale down. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. Wiggle yourselves here. Good position. Check in with your balance. Lift your toes off the floor. Float them down to the mat. And one more time. Lift. And lower. Good job. Let's relax your arms down beside you. Standing here, tall mountain pose. Lifted long. Just gently pick the right foot up off the floor. And lower it down. And pick the left foot up off the floor. And lower it down. We'll just take a couple of those. So finding your balance as you lift and breathe. Is strong. Lovely. Lower down, standing tall. Let's go ahead and take your right leg out towards the front of your mat, wherever that is, and that left foot back. So we've just got a nice wide stance here. We're going to float those arms out and find your archer. So sink into that front knee and out we go. There are those long fingertips. Ears are lifted. Good. From our archer, rotate up and lift into warrior. So really sink into that front knee. Fantastic. Breathe, breathe. Float those hands to the mat. Rotate your back foot. So all 10 of your toes now are pointed towards the front of your mat. Here's our runner's lunge. And then we're going to straighten out that front knee and press into pyramid. If you'd rather do this kneeling, please do. And here's our pyramid pose. So probably here you're rounded. Let's think about that flat back once again that we've been considering today. So let's see if we can't straighten out that spine and still look forward over those toes with a flat back. Excellent. Sink into that front knee. We're going to come back up into warrior, and it's going to be a little harder this time because you've lifted that back heel off the floor. So left knee down if you prefer, but we will go up into warrior. Then I'm going to set that left heel on the mat and rotate back into archer. Just where we started. Straighten out that front leg. Bring those arms down, and we'll come on here through the center. So here's the center. We'll just drop down into a nice ostrich. Maybe those elbows can come drop down to the floor. Beautiful. Coming up to the top, center yourselves, rotate those left toes out, and we'll try that on the other side. So out go those arms, lengthen, and archer. Reach out, extend through those fingertips. Lovely. Finding warrior, so rotate. I'm gonna just send my arms up to the sky. Here's our warrior. How about a little runner's lunge? Come on down, rotate those back toes, find that lunge. Good.
Time for pyramid. So feel free to drop that right knee to the mat if that's easier for you. But round it forward for now. And then let's find that flat, flat back, right? I've come on up here into my fingertips. That helps me straighten out a little bit. Looking forward, breathe, sink into that front knee, and we're coming back up into warrior. Find your balance. Not as easy as it was the first time. Good. Rotate that back heel. Find your archer. Fantastic. Straighten out that front knee. Arms come down. Rotate. And then let's just proceed to duck walk those feet back in underneath you. Good. Bring those guys in. Plant your hands on your tummy just to find your center. Pick the right leg up. Lower it down. Pick the left leg up. And lower it down. Our center is strong, so let's try one more balancing exercise. I'm going to turn here to the side, and we're going to come on down. So chin to the chest, roll forward. So hands come to the mat. If you need to place something underneath your hands, please do, right? So we're going to relax your neck, and we're just going to push back through that right leg. So my right heel is reaching back behind me, right leg parallel to the floor and ceiling. From this position, bend your right knee. You can hang out here, or maybe reach back with that left hand and just grab that left foot. Balance here. Balance, balance. Left hand to the mat. Right heel reaches back. Lower that right foot down. Let's take a break before we do the other side. Bend the knees. Scoop. Lift up to the top. Once we get there, hands behind you. Open up that chest. Lift your chin. Push those hips forward. A little backwards bend there. And up we go. Relax those arms. Drop it on down. Hands come forward to the floor or to your blocks, but you do want a little bit of space between them, a little wide space, right? Left leg, back it goes. Hold it here. Push back through that left heel. Maybe that left knee can bend. Maybe we can grab that foot with that right hand. Excellent. Right hand down. Push that left heel back, back, back. And then down we go. Both feet up underneath you. Once you get there, let's duck walk your feet out towards the edges of your mat. It's a little easier the further apart your feet are. So I'm going to bring my heels to my mat. My toes are off. And then I'm just going to drop my hips down and come here into garland pose. So sink it down. My hands here, right at my heart in namaste. My elbows are just pressing out against my knees. There we are. Good, good. And if you guys are feeling a little fancy today, let's, from this position, park your hands on the mat, right? And let's see if we can't find a crow pose. So we really want to hug up those arms with your knees. Keep your chin looking forward. Cannot stress that enough. Right? And let's come forward and practice finding your balance, lifting up one foot at a time. You might even be able to lift up both.
Take a breath wherever you are. Set those feet down. Bring your hands to your heart. And then let's just bring your hands to that mat. Bring those knees forward and make your way to all fours, hands and knees. Feeling a little zesty today, right? Scoop it up, round it into cat. Flatten it out. And let's give it a little thread the needle pose today, right? So right hand, turn it face up on your mat. Right ear, right shoulder, down we go. Pressing on that left palm. Go ahead and come on back, all fours. Other side, left palm face up, left ear comes down. Up we go, all fours. Give it one more excellent cat stretch. And then we're gonna go ahead and flip it over onto your backs. So gently here, hug those knees into your chest and rock a little. A little side to side rock, a little massage for your spine. Good job, guys, right in the middle. Flop those arms out to the side, T position. Both knees come to the right. Excellent, excellent spinal twist. How about we press down on that top thigh with that right hand. Fantastic. Untangle here through the center to the other side. Maybe a little press. And back we go to the center. Very nice. How about a little wiggle? Set those feet on the mat. And as you would like, you can go ahead and stretch those legs down and out along your mat. Wiggle, wiggle into position. Soften the knees, soften the shoulders, and let's hang out here. You hang out in your comfy space, wherever you are, wherever you need to be, as you ready up for Yoga Nidra. So, socks and sweatshirts if you need them. Maybe a little blankie. Maybe you can snuggle in with a pillow. Whatever you need in order to be comfy for our remaining time today. But as you snuggle in, take note of your body, see how it's feeling, right? See what sections need a little bit more love and care as you relax and settle into your position. So let's go ahead today. We're gonna breathe into that body. We're just gonna inhale into everything, and then we're gonna exhale, soften and sink down into the floor, down into your mat. We're gonna take 3 breaths as we relax down today. So let's go ahead and begin with that. Inhale, feel that chest expand. As you exhale, melt through that entire body. Everything between your toes, your shoulders, your fingertips, and your nose. Melt down into that mat. Let's go ahead again. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, soften and sink. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, breathe in. And exhale, breathe out. Letting go. Relaxing. That body here is now just supported by your mat in your space, wherever you are. Your mat has you.
So here you can just take note of your breath. Feel that breath moving in and out of the body, being aware of your breathing rhythm. From that breath, let's come inward to the mind. Just find that gentle, soft, easy space where you are tranquil, serene, and soft. Let's relax in this space and just hover here for a few moments of peace. Slowly and gently, let's go ahead and bring your focus back into your space and back into your breath. So relaxing here, let's just find that deep breathing rhythm once again, your Dirga Shwasan. Inhale, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out. Deep, full breath. Slowly, we'll wiggle your fingers and toes around. Bring some energy back into that body. And maybe you can stretch out or roll over onto your side for just another moment. Go ahead and press on up into a nice seated position. You can stay in your space if you prefer, but wherever you are, let's just close your eyes and come inward for a final moment of quiet, thinking about your own uplifting idea, thought, prayer, or just a moment of silence. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Shanti means peace. Om Shanti to you. And thank you guys for joining me today. Have a great day. I cannot wait to see you all again soon, in person or right here, right? But as always, do remember, please do get your vitamin D. Be good to yourselves. Be kind to yourselves. Hydrate and go wash your paws. You guys take care. Bye-bye. Hi guys, it's me, Jennifer, and Cheddar England, the friendly feline who always wants to remind you to please go wash your paws. We will see you guys again soon for some more hamstring stretches. Be good, clean paws for all.